in the gut microbiome business. So because now we are talking so much about the gut microbiome, and then there are a couple of companies who are, testing gut microbiome through stool test. And there are a lot of kits available where you can collect the stool, send it back to the lab, and then they do sequencing and then come up with the report which talks about what kind of bacteria you have, and based on the bacteria, they also provide, nutrition recommendation or supplements or probiotics. So yeah, depending on what suits a person. But then still looks like there's a lot of challenges in the gut microbiome business. So I've divided into like accessibility, affordability, and actionability. So coming to the accessibility, not everyone has access to the test, right? Like, of course, in US, in Western countries, things are a little better. But if you look at here, there's not much companies who are doing this test, and not many people are aware. So I think awareness is a big trouble over here. So to build anything around this, to build a product or to build anything around gut microbiome, the first thing what one have to do is to create that awareness, that how it is important, why it is important, and how it is related to multiple disease like diabetes, like IBD. So that awareness creation itself is it's a milestone one have to reach, or maybe we'll have to wait for the market to actually get there. So that's one. Then the cost. Yes, the cost of any sequencing, gut microbiome sequences, is much higher today in today's scenario. I don't know if anyone aware. We can discuss of the range of the cost, which goes from 10K to 25K in India, while in Western it could be from $150 to $300 to $500, depending on what test you are taking. So yes, cost is a big limitation for any of the gut microbiome test. There's no insurance coverage. No doctor would recommend this test as one of the diagnostic tests for any disease, right? So that's another big problem, because there are no layers, there are no support from government, from hospital, or the whole ecosystem. So there has to be going forward in future, I would hope that there is more ecosystem developed around the gut microbiome, so the company get incentive to do it, or the doctor gets incentive to recommend it, and obviously the users who are going to do it, it shouldn't be an out-of-pocket expenses. It can come through the insurance or any other ways to reimburse that cost of the gut microbiome. So no employer reimbursement, not FDA approved. That's another challenge with, obviously, for clinicians, anything to recommend as a diagnostic test, they need an FDA approved product. But as of now, this is not FDA approved. So yes, that's another challenge. Direct to consumer genetic tests, they also face regulatory hurdles in different markets. Different markets has their different requirements. A lack of distribution channels. So these are accessibility. Coming to the affordability, most tests are paid out of pocket. Gut health program with personalized nutrition counselors are very, very expensive. Diet recommendations are not personalized to the target consumer's financial situations. Cost per test is prohibitive for new customer acquisitions. Subscription model are not very popular on this. Subscription model works in most areas, but not in this case. Most take the test one time out of the curiosity. I have gone through the test, but yeah, I don't think that I will go through it again, because I did not find what I was looking for it. So the whole subscription model seems to be working. Shipping and logistics is another challenge because of the cost which goes under the whole kit and the logistic in the logistic. Again, the actionability, yes, relevance to the test report, relevance to enterotypes, report contradicts consumers or the user's diet behavior. So for me, it said something which I have never had. So I think I'm like, okay, what is this happening? This is not actually my report. This is not personalized to me. So there is a gap in the actionability or the action items as well. Nutrition advice is too generic. There is a lack of personalization. Customers are not happy basically with the gut health report due to the mismatch in the test findings and the actual what they're looking for. Then you have, again, like the nutrition counseling, the experts with good subject matters are really needed. So we don't have enough evangelist or the nutritionist who talks about and who implement or who adopt these whole gut microbiome. They are too generic. They just take your lifestyle history, but they did really not focus on the gut side of the house.